Hello, this is Victor from Black Pisces Production, and today we are going to watch the 9th section of my real-time mixing video. If you haven't seen that video yet, click the pop-up in the upper right corner. In the previous video we talked about mixing the rhythm guitars. Today we are going to process the drum bass, mix the synth track and start finalizing the mix. We will watch the video together and I will explain the moves I made. You can download the final mix and the final bass and guitar tone presets via the link in the description. Let's begin. I was about to start mixing the synth track, but I noticed that I didn't do anything to my drum bass yet, so I started with my usual processing. I did a few things, let me explain them. I added the VCC mix bus to saturate the drums a bit. It is really subtle, but it adds character to the drum sound. After that, I used the compressor to get more punch out of the drums. Slow attack, fast release, and 5 to 7 dBs of gain reduction. You could hear that it really brought out the punch, but it sounded too compressed. That's why I turned down the mix value. Turning down the mix value is in fact like applying parallel compression. I like to do it this way, and to be honest, I'm also lazy to make another bass track. It is faster this way and it works for me. You can experiment with your own parallel drum bass track where you can apply compression, saturation or even distortion and blend it with the original signal. The last thing I did was to level match the dry and the wet signals with the trimmer module. You could see that I removed the trimmer module. I felt like that way the drums were just fine in the mix. I could have turned up the level of the track by 1 dB. It doesn't matter. The outcome was the same this way too. The drums became a bit louder. I added an EQ and cleaned up the sub-frequencies on the drum bass. I felt like the low end sounded cleaner this way. I did a quick A/B of the plugins on the drum bass. I felt like I needed more snare, so I turned the volume up a bit. And I felt like the kick drum had too much low end, so I turned down just the kick sub-track. I also adjusted the volume of the bass guitar in the limiter plugin and on the track fader as well. I made sure that the mix sounded great with the room correction software on and off, and then I started mixing the synth track. I wanted a mid-focus synth sound, so I used the low-pass filter to remove unwanted high frequencies and the high-pass filter to remove unnecessary low frequencies. I also made a small boost to make this almost lo-fi effect more obvious. I was listening to the mix and I made some small level adjustments. I tried to find everything I didn't like in the mix so I could fix those problems and finish the mixing process. I was listening to the mix with the room correction turned off and I was looking for the places I could improve. I thought that the snare was quiet so I turned it up, but I found out that I just needed a bit more top end, so I added top end to the snare and then I turned it back down and it worked fine in the mix. I felt like the kick wasn't perfect, so I tried adjusting the high frequencies. I found out that the highs were okay, I just needed to cut the lows a bit more. After that EQ adjustment, the kick seemed fine to me. This was everything for today. In the next video we are going to finalize the mix and I will tell you my final thoughts about the entire mixing process. If you would like to see the last video of this video series now, you can support me on Patreon or on Buy Me a Coffee. I hope you learned something new today. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe to the channel, click the like button and leave a comment. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.